First Monday after the 4th of July. Lights, camera, action. Alright, this one's not too bad. This is not bad. This customer, though, we did get them a second cart recently. There was quite a few Mondays where the first stop of the day I always had trash on the ground. So it looks like they took the second cart we recommended. So far, not a lot of fireworks, but the day is still young. Okay, whenever you're doing science, you always want to establish a baseline. Consider this baseline. This is, well, alright. Alright, even I make mistakes. That's not the best baseline, but that was a mostly 10 out of 10 placement. Here's baseline. So this is a metric for perfect placement, lids shut, down to the street. So even when there's street parking, the arm can reach it every time. Boom. That's what is reasonably expected when you have automated routes. Couple seconds to service and the garbage man is gone out of the way, not blocking your driveway, not closing down the street, because when you got street parking on both sides, the service vehicles, whether it's a side load, rear load garbage truck or a mailman, it's really easy for them to block or shut down the street. So the faster you can get those carts emptied, get the trash out of the cart into the truck, the sooner the street's going to be open to traffic again. I think everybody's happy in that equation, whether you're the operator, the company, the customer, or the neighbors living on the street. This is what I was kind of expecting. We'll do what we can with the arm. A lot of you who've been following for a while have probably already recognized her. It's like, man, if I was going to set out extra, I wouldn't tuck it all together like that. Give the space for the operator to get in and kind of get into that pile. We'll risk it. We'll try this. It's that transition from bringing the arm in to sending the arm up. Gets that little shake. A lot of cardboard and not a lot of fireworks. Surprised. You know what? Across the street, I had a bag fall out of the cart, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to get out for this stop anyway, so I'll just grab that bag when I'm getting out to service this stop. Not realizing I'm really good at this job. I didn't have to get out. I was bagged and tied. I appreciate that. I like this placement. Now it's not all the way down to the street. It's on the grass. The customer, if they want it on the grass, I'll leave it on the grass. There's always a risk of it kind of scuffing up the turf. But it's down and close to the curb, where you got this one, this little guy. It's a bit of a reach. This is where you kind of have to be mindful of people going out for their morning runs. They're running down the sidewalk. You reach your arm across the sidewalk, and they're thinking you see them, you don't see them. It gets a little scary. A little bit of a puzzle to unravel. Maybe that's not the best expression. A puzzle to solve. A knot to unravel. Maybe that's the expression I want. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a pretty good plastic, though. buddy. That's not too bad. A little bit of an enigma. I'll charge him $3 for that because I do appreciate them using a good plastic bag that is tied. The policy is to charge for trash outside the cart. We have a $3 and a $5 option, and it can go higher if it's like really bad. If I have to get out of the truck and start refilling the cart, it's gonna be $5. So we gotta be a little careful. We got pedestrians walking around. If they are not wearing high vis, it's always a little concerning. We got the sidewalk blocked from something. We'll let them pass. This is not the good plastic. We'll get it. You gotta be real careful. That's the kind of stuff where if you put food product in it and you leave it out overnight, something's gonna tear into it. Cats or dogs, possums, raccoons, squirrels. Those kind of animals that run around in town. Okay, when I roll up to this one, I want you to notice a sticker. There's that sticker there. We've stickered it. I know we've text messaged them. And this is the second week in a row they put trash on the ground. Granted, it's the week after 4th of July, so maybe they got some holiday garbage in there. So that's why they got trash on the ground. Still doesn't excuse putting it out backwards. I'm going to give them one more week. If they put trash on the ground after another week, I'm going to suggest a second cart. And I'm going to sticker that lid shut. With the... Look at this. That's why we want them out correctly. Now you got yucky trash. You saw how much effort it took to tip that can. And you look at this one, it's pretty full, you know, lid's cracked open, that's not a big deal. Everything dumps out real smooth and clean, and I am gone. Gone. Look at that. Out of there. They're probably still in bed thinking, did I hear something? What was that? Nope. I'm gone. Like a flash. Boom! In and out. That one was wet. If that was backward, ooh, it's wet like that. Yuck. Yuck. That's gonna stink. Get some stank on it. Oh, wow. I can smell that one. What? Oh. Yuck. Oh, it's coming up into the cab. Oh. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? That's what I was looking for. I've never even seen those kind of bags before. What is this? What is going on? That is not the kind of ones I recommended. Golly. Power steering doesn't like to be held up on a curve like that. That's why it's kind of making that rumble sound. Alright, well that was awkward. I really did not like those sacks. Not tied. Oh. It was a sturdy plastic, but man. I like the contractor bags. Tie them shut, grab them with the arms, toss them. These people are normally really good about their placement. You got this number here. So if you ever get home and you wonder, like, hey, I didn't put my carts there, why are they all over the place? Well, you might have put them in a place that's not good. I gotta get this one out of the way. Might scratch up the yard a little bit. That's a terrible placement. We're putting it over here. That's kind of my subtle way of saying, don't do that again. And it falls over because the lid is backwards. Not a big fan. Jenga. This one. That lid falls back just a little bit. I feel like that bag is gonna go. Give it a forward lean. There we go. Send it fast. That might ride. There's a plastic bag that's hanging over the wall. I can risk it by trying to use the hopper cover to kind of give it. Oh, there we go. Not too much though. Not too much. Oh, yes. Oh, I thought that was a garbage bag. That looks like a nice chair, actually. Guess they're over it. You know, every once in a while I'll think something like, oh, is that something my kids would like to have? But you don't know why someone's throwing it out. You can speculate there's a reason they don't want it in their house. This could be tricky since I think there's two of them? No, there's just one. No, there's two. Look at that. Use a little bit of a lip on that curb. Oh yeah. That's cool. I know that one's correctly placed, but I'm going to twist it because I don't want that cardboard to get hung up on my wall. There we go. And then there's whatever happened up here. That was awkward. Bag to tie, bag to tie. Ooh. Not a fan of that plastic though. Oh, come on, man. Man, I'm not good today. I just kind of screwed that up. Yeah, that's heavy. That's got some weight. I don't know what it was about that plastic, but it just felt like it ripped apart like paper mache. But I thought it was supposed to be that kind of flex fit or whatever it is, flex something. I expected I had a little higher expectations for that plastic before I grabbed it, and I was like, ooh, yeah, this stuff is frail. Super paranoid about saying something now. I'm a little bit over 2 hours into the route. I ran 185 stops. So I'm at 185 stops on the tablet. But this monitor over here, the arm counter, or counts how many times the arm cycles, that is at 208. So 185 stops with 208 cycles on the arm. That is not bad. I mean, it makes sense to have a few more cycles on the arm than you do having stops done. That's people with 2 carts or trash on the ground that I've grabbed or put back in a cart and tipped. So to have 23 more cycles on the arm than the cart is actually pretty low ratio. There's been times I've had 50 extra tips on the arm compared to stops ran. So I say that cautiously because the day is still young, the sun is still low, and the day can get a little wild depending on these later neighborhoods I'll get to where people might spend a little bit more money on fireworks and festivities. So we'll see. I feel like they're throwing their chairs out one at a time. I think I've done this at this place before. Can't quite see where. Well, we'll try it this way. It's a little okay. I knew it was going to be a little risky. This might go. I like this look a little bit better. That's nice. Oh, Jenga. I think it was a few months ago I recommended this customer take 2 carts and they didn't want them, or they were upset about, you know, having to have 2 carts. But over time, I think people warm up to the idea, thinking, that was actually kind of a nice idea. Ooh. This is a lot nicer than having it in the street or in the yard. Ooh. There's trash in that box, and that box doesn't look... It was looking a little compromised, but it went. Alright, good deal. Not sure why that is. But they do have a second cart. My favorite. I can get that box to fit. Alright, so that's why we started to encourage customers to take a second cart when they regularly put trash on the ground. Because servicing 2 carts goes a lot faster, smoother, cleaner than, well, stop the truck, pick up some trash, get it to fit. Okay, so we'll try to pull the carts away from that box. There we go. Give it some space. Oh, do you hear that? Okay. So that truck is making a little bit of a groan when it's trying to pack the trash. That pack blade is moving. And when you start to fill up the body, grip override on. This cardboard's going to be a little bit trickier to pack when the body is getting full. See, you hear that? The RPM goes down a little bit, and it's groaning though. That sound, I normally don't hear that sound until I'm closer to 500 stops on the tablet. So not 500 tips on the arm, 500 stops on the tablet. And sometimes you'll hear it in the high 400s. We are in 390 stops into the route. 390 stops, not 390 cycles on the arm. So 390 stops are completed, and I'm starting to hear the groan of the back blade trying to compress the trash a little bit more. And we have 421 cycles on the arm. So 393 stops completed, 422 cycles on the arm. So what is happening? Well, it's the first Monday after the 4th of July, and we have extra trash on the ground. People are setting out extra carts, whether they're our carts or their personal cans. And every cart that is out is full. So no one's setting out trash that's like half full. So a lot of these things are going to be full to the top. There's a lot of times, like on a normal day, where you can get to 500 to 530 stops serviced. And maybe I've done it once or twice before where I've had 600 cycles on the arm with 520 or 500, maybe even 550 stops serviced. You know, so I'm picking up like little extra stuff on the outside of the cart, or you know, there's two carts. But the volume is not as high. Today we're gonna break off route probably right around 400 stops. Like it looks like whatever it was choking down on, you know, making the truck idle down on, maybe it's gotten that to push through the breach and pack. Because it's I can feel it a little bit in that engine. But yeah, there's a chunk of trash out right now. Boom. Don't want to stab that one too hard. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna break off early though. Alright, we're coming back from the transfer station. That took a little longer than I wanted to. I don't know, it's backed up, whatever. But we had 9.6 tons with 400 stops, exactly 400 stops completed, and 432 cycles on the arm. So the arm to stop ratio is actually pretty close relative to some other days that have been heavy. But 9.6 tons, I can't do the math in my head right now. But it seemed, that's a lot. Like close to 10 tons with 400 stops. It seems a lot, but I think also the issue is we're packing a lot of cardboard, a lot of fireworks cardboard. It fills the body quicker because that cardboard goes in compressed, gets to through the breech into the body, and then the cardboard expands again. So household garbage that you throw out in bags, you can usually squeeze that down and it stays squeezed or compressed down. Cardboard doesn't do that, so it fills up quicker. I think that's what we're dealing with today. Same thing will happen on Christmas when people throw out all their wrapping paper that's packed into those cardboard boxes. Question is it tied? It is. Oh, it is tied. Already, it's a good day. Respect. Tied. Nice. Not a fan of that plastic, and it's not tied. It's not making friends with the garbage man. That plastic, that's the kind of plastic they line waste baskets like in office buildings with. I don't know, can my steer tire go on that ramp just a little bit? Just a little bit on the edge? Whoa. That every inch that I needed. That one's got a little bit of weight in it, but the plastic may have a chance. And it's tied. Ooh, that's a risky grab. There we go. Not bad. Okay, we'll allow that. That'll slide. This is 10 out of 10. Solid. Whoa. That's smooth. That's really generous placement. They got it way out from the curb, because they got a car parked there. And don't think I don't notice those things. I do. That's appreciated. I don't know if people in this area are watching the videos or not, but the amount of bagged and tied garbage has really impressed me lately. It's wild. Like, we have a policy to charge for trash outside the cart, but when I've seen people like really make some improvement, I forgot to turn off the grip override, so we'll try this again. Need that momentum. There we go. Like an instant like this, or an instance like this, I don't think I'm gonna charge them. Because I'm just so dang proud of you guys. Okay. The big ones are not a problem, or they shouldn't be. That one's got some weight. I can tell that's got some weight. Grab it. Whoop. Whoop. Getting a little overzealous on the grips there, guy. There you go. Let's do that instead. Mostly bagged. I know they're bagged is. Oh. Yeah. Personal trash. We're gonna do what we can with the truck. Ooh. Oh, nope. Nope. Getting a little overzealous. That's heavy. There's weight. I'm ripping plastic because there's weight. Nice and clean. Jeez. Well, that was a bit of a mess. Someone cleaned up their freezer. And I can't think of a plastic bag strong enough to hold frozen goods. We've got a rug hanging out over the front of a cart. Even though it's correctly placed, I'm going to turn it sideways. There we go. And it went.